Okay, folks, some of you had asked for some sample videos on doing each of the sections of the test. And so I wanted to make a video with a couple of identifying or labeling ascending intervals for you. So some things to remember when we are looking at intervals, we are taking whatever the bottom note of the interval is, and we're thinking of that key and that major scale and like what notes are normal in that major scale. And that is how we're going to be determining the quality of these ascending intervals. So for this first one, we have G as our bottom note. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have G to C. So if we're thinking about just the G scale, what is normal in the G scale is a C natural. This is normal. And now one thing to remember here is our first, or our unisons, our octaves, our fourths and fifths, when they are what occurs in the scale normally, we call those perfect, right? They don't have a major or a minor. They're either perfect, augmented, or diminished. And so in this case, because it's what occurs in the scale, we have a perfect fourth. Okay, then let's look at our next one. We have a D on the bottom. And so what we're thinking is, D major, essentially. D, E, F sharp is normal because in the key of D major, we have two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So F sharp is normal. That would be a major third. Because we have F natural here, we have a minor third. Okay, let's take a look at our next one. With our next one, we have F as our bottom note. So we're thinking of F major. F, G, A, B flat, C, D. And so regular D, D natural, is going to be what occurs in the major scale. Because we have a half step below that, that would be a major. Oh, hello, friend. That would be a major. And so D flat is a half step lower, which means that is our minor interval. So we have a minor sixth. And with our next one, we have C, no sharps, no flats, so we know C, D, E, F, G. So by having that G sharp, we know that we have an augmented fifth. Now with that, you can write either +5, or you can write, A5, or you can write aug5. Any of that is correct. All of those are right. Okay. Then we're going to do some in bass clef, because bass clef is a real thing. We have to pay attention to bass clef. So let's look at our next one. We have B. And so we're going to be thinking of the B major scale. B major has 5 sharps. We have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Get it together. There we go. There's our A sharp. So we have B to C. C sharp is what's normal in our scale, so the fact that we have C natural means that we have a minor second. Or if you write it out and you say, okay, B sharp, C sharp, I have a half step below that, that means I have a minor second. Either one of those ways to determine this works. All right, our next note, we have an E. You can think of E major if you want, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. And then we have a C sharp. So E to C sharp in our major scale, we have a major sixth. Our next one is G, G to B, G, A, B. And in our G major scale, that is a regular garden variety major third. Look, it looks like it's smiling. It's a major third. Okay. And then for our last one, we have C, C major. So C to B is going to be our normal, C, D, E, F, G, A. So in C major, we would have B natural. The fact that we have B flat means that we have made it a half step lower, which means it is a minor seventh. So that is labeling our ascending intervals. So that's what that section on the test is going to look like.